We back. New reading. I'm sorry, man. The last reading I did, I don't know if y'all gonna end up seeing it, but it's a little different. The energy was like heavy. I'm still pretty new to reading, especially on camera. Reading, outside of my own energy. It's a lot. It was a lot, but I felt called to go right back in. Go right back in, get some more reps. So maybe that could be significant. It might just be a time of application. Taking the time to learn, and the best way to learn is just doing it. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. Yeah, last one has some heavy energy. I'm gonna take a pause. I'm gonna light some Palo Santo. Yeah, I'm gonna light some Palo, because that was a lot. That was a lot, man. It was like a toxic love story, but it happened because some internal work. I probably should edit all this out, but I'm not. I'm just not. Y'all gonna hear with me. It's part of the learning experience too. Yeah, I lit this Palo and then birds start flying over. So yeah, I need to clear that out. There's people in the business, so like I said, I'm at the baseball field. I'm at the dugout. Much better, much better. Yeah, let's hit all of this. Yep. All right, we're gonna let that rock a little bit, honestly. All right, let's go ahead. Let's hop in. I'm using the native deck, same as the other day. It's probably my personal favorite. I lost a lot of decks in the move, and he's jumped out. I'm just saying, take them. Here we go. So you got the Seven of Cups, the Vision Quest. You got the Nine of Cups, so the Wish card, Wish Fulfillment. Three of Blades, Three of Swords, Mourning. 7-9-3. Something didn't play out like you hoped, or it's not playing out like you hoped. You took the time to meditate on it. Or this could be you, going within. All three of these are sitting down too. If you look, all kind of similar poses. So I'm also getting it's at the bottom. A need for stillness. Birds going in. Yeah, there's a need for stillness. And maybe that's what you're sick of. You taking the stillness to go within self. I'm seeing the stones as all the chakras, so balancing yourself out. Need for stillness, maybe as you're being examined, being looked at, being celebrated. People have at least gathered around now, or now there's a time of mourning, and there's ain't nobody there. So you kind of right back to this position. maybe not as hopeful though. Maybe a little more lost, a little more lost in searching. That's what I just heard. So let's get two more. Yeah. Two ablaze. So right there, I'm getting like, it's a little subsiding. Going from the two of swords, three of swords to the two of swords. Two of swords, right? Yeah. Two blades. He's on the horse going away. I want to look up what this means. I don't know how to say this word. True voice. Let's see what this says. The two of swords, it means like indecision. Stuck between the choice, but let's see. Okay, it's French. True voice is a French word for a device made of two poles and a crossbar that forms the shape of an A. A could be significant, the letter A. The pointed end was tied around an animal and the legs dragging behind it. With a travois, a dog could haul 40 or 50 more pounds of gear as far as 5 or 6 miles a day. The horse could carry a load 200 pounds twice as far as the dog. Slow, solid, conservative growth, fulfillment through unity with the earth. So yeah, like I said, you had to take that time to sit still again. And maybe you're finally moving, and maybe you're carrying more weight. You're carrying more weight than normal. And so I want to see if that's a good or a bad thing, because it could be a show of strength here. Coming out of this morning, it could be a show of strength, or it could be a need to release. So let's see. Let's see which is which. Seagulls. Intuitive hit. Seagulls deal with water. What we got? The four blades. So a lot, man. Air, energy. 3, 2, 4 could be significant. You got cups and swords, nothing but them. 7 of cups, 9 of cups, 3 of swords, 2 of swords, 4 of swords, and this is the scout. So this is like it's low key like a train rod, like staking out. 4 of swords is like, again, taking that time within now. Maybe I'm saying, you're on this horse, you're on this journey. Look like you're trying to pick up more inventory in the buffalo field hiding. 3, 2, 4s. Sword is significant. Mental energy. The scout. Could also be saying you need to release some of that weight and go find something new. Could be on a quest, maybe to transmute some of that weight. Or you're looking for help. You could be looking for guidance on how. Maybe that vision quest, when you did it, just doing it yourself, didn't work like you wanted it to. And maybe people just stood around and watched to see if you could make it or not. You didn't have much support. Kind of left picking up the pieces. That's what I'm getting. Can you clarify this vision quest? Defiance in reverse. 9 of Wands in reverse. So yeah, man. You might be a little nervous. You might be overwhelmed. You might not think you can do it. It might be a time of doubt. I want to look at this in here just to go a little deeper. Yeah, lost. It says lost due to lack of foresight. Yeah, it's like you don't know what to do. You could be questioning a lot at this time. I'm gonna keep going. You don't have no more fight in you, baby. You feel like you did your best. Hang in there, yo. Is that reverse? It's reverse. Queen of Swords reverse. Yeah. You're not feeling strong. You're not feeling like you can win. Maybe you feel jaded, feel cheated. That clarifying is you off people. You could be very secluded at this time. Maybe don't have the best things to say about others. Think, negative thoughts. Could be in a state of a cycle of thinking negatively of self. Oh man, yeah, I'm not liking the energy. I'm not liking it, but let's keep going. Can we clarify this Three of Swords morning? Yeah, see? It's the truth. It's upright. So this could also be that facing the truth. Like, help. This could be that helping hand coming too. Give you what you need. Give you that thought I just heard. Maybe that one thought that can kind of turn things around for you. You're the Queen of Swords in reverse. This could be you turning that mental clarity, turning that sword upright, snapping out of it. So we got the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4. The 1, the 2, the 3, and the 4 of swords is all out here. So yeah, man, mental conflict, a lot of mental energy. This was at the bottom of the deck, and I didn't say it, and it jumped right back out. Sundance. So remember, I just said you got that thought, that clarity has entered, and this is the Hangman. So it's the need to go within. So, and you notice this time, remember I said that vision quest, you were alone at 9 of Cups, you had people there, but they was gathering around. Look, this is a real support system. They praying. He's up there tapping in, going through that pain, getting, he's pierced in the back. But the people around him are in prayer. They in real support. They got the shields up. The medicine shields are up. They're protecting them. And 12, that's a divine number. That breaks down to 3. So you got the 1 and the 2, and that's clarifying the 2 of blades. So yeah, like that weight. So even like, remember carrying that weight? Now it's like you're suspended. You're suspended. It's being carried. You're being carried. Huh. Yeah, I'm even feeling like getting up off the canvas. Sundance, so warrior shields, yeah, so it might be what's going on? The black dog, Anubis energy, earth sign energy. The Knight of Pentacles is that equivalent. So that clarifying that 4 of Swords, I think the 4 of Swords is the knight. It's the knight laying down with that one sword, that thought, the heavy mind. So that knight now becoming a Knight of Shields is like putting in action, being put into effect. You got the white deer on his shield. Intuition, intuitive wisdom, knowledge. Her reindeer. Wouldn't be surprised if we get the sled coming out in a minute, like, chariot vibes. That black dog is telling me loyalty. Loyalty. It looked like the dog is crying. Look, he's crying. You know, maybe people seen, you know, maybe they know your story. Maybe you got that one loyal person that's been there for you. You know, they've seen you earn your stripes. Even I'm saying earning your stripes, the dude has a mohawk. You know, real warrior vibes. What we got? See? Yeah. Justice. Justice. 11 could be significant. The totem. So this is like, and you can have a lot of animals around you too. With that dog, spirit guides, I don't know if I said that. Protectors. But animal totem. So this is like the hierarchy, you know? This is like earning your keep, earning your stripes. That coming off of defiance in reverse, you know, that lack of foresight, you could very well be kind of initiated. Defiance in reverse justice is like you being willing to follow the rules. So maybe you got humbled. Maybe you got humbled. That vision quest you set out, you know, they gave you a chance. It didn't go like you wanted. You had to carry the weight. You looked for help. You had given up. Queen of Swords reverse, negative thoughts, moment of clarity. Go back in. I said that four swords, the four blades, which is the knight. Meditate. Now you the Knight of Pentacles. So it could also be like transmuting them thoughts. You know, that taking that time to think things through, and now you getting some money out of it, getting some prosperity, having something to show for it in the physical. That's justice. That's good. Next card is gonna tell me everything. Next card is gonna tell me big flock of geese. Big flock of geese. And y'all see I'm on this coat. This is a Canada goose coat, so geese could be significant. Medicine woman. This is the Empress. So yeah, you was the Queen of Swords reversed, now you're the Empress. And not coming behind justice. It's a bunch of just 1s, 2s, and 3s in this. Heard 1, 2, 3. ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3. Beginning. ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3. Come on and do, re, mi, ABC. 1, 2, 3, baby. Yeah. Inner child. Let's see. Justice into the Empress, the medicine woman now. So yeah, even medicine woman, because I said Empress, you know, converting into traditional tarot, but this is the medicine woman, which is, you know, the help. So you could be, the justice could be you getting that nurturing you need, that medicine you need, that replenishing you need. Being that Queen of Swords reversed, this could be clearing your mental, getting the help that you know, that restoration. That restoration, not even just help, getting that restoration. Can you clarify this? This one of Blades, ancestors. Six of Blades reverse, 6 of Swords reverse. So no journey. This might be a time of recovery, man. Might not be time to go nowhere, you know. Might just be time to get that restoration. Could be a hard time right now, or just a confusing time. We got these both wanted to come out though. Matriarch, so Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles. You could definitely have a mother-like figure in your life, aiding you, at this time. Because even like the Queen of Shields, she has the medicine again. And you know, with that journey being in reverse, yeah, that journey being in reverse, this could be a past over loved one too. They're trying to help you see something. This is definitely some form of assistance. They want you. They're just trying to make sure you're good. Just trying to make sure you're good. This is yeah, giving up on self, and you still up. You still here. You still here. Even like, you know, the justice is like the totem. You up on the totem though. You know, and look, 11, 12. I ain't even peeped that. So 1, 1, 1, 2 could be significant. But yeah, you still up here, bro. You still in that state of like, you know. And I spoke about the piercing and the medicine woman. They working on this. Could be the divine. This could be, like I said, ancestor. And you need to chill out. Don't go nowhere. You know. Like I said, you might have got humbled, and now it's the time to be humbled. Just chill out. Let's see what this is. Yep. Now come on, man. So this is the Emperor. So you got both the Empress and the Emperor. So yeah, these are counterparts. The Chief and the Medicine Woman are counterparts. So this could be your two sides of self, your highest self, masculine and feminine, or these could be parental figures. These could be ancestors. Aries energy with the mountain lion back here on the Chief. I'm realizing he has the feather fan. During Sundance, that's to cool you off. Your brothers will fan you to either celebrate you or, you know, regulate you in that heat while you're dancing. Wisdom. So all the wisdom's here. This could even be an outcome for you, the Emperor. Because that's clarifying this, remember I said you've already transmuted. You at least figured out that, like, okay, I need some assistance, or I need somebody came and offered you some help. At night, like I said, you was that night that then now you're, whatever was going on up here, you've at least addressed it in the physical. And even counsel chief, I'm getting like counselor, you know, like therapist. So maybe you got this medicine woman, like somebody aiding you in the physical. And then like the council chief is like, you know, the higher ups. Spiritualist at the bottom of the deck. Now it's the 5 of Swords, which, you know, will keep all this sword energy going up. But it's also, I'm getting the spiritualist, and you see the spirits rising up. I'm not gonna keep it, but good to know. What's this? Yee! 5 of Pentacles, cultivation. Yeah, so you might not be feeling it, man. It might be really rough right now. You might be getting assistance financially. I said this journey's in reverse. You know, it's justice. You might have really messed up, bro. Whether intentional or not, you know, but cultivation is also like coming off of this justice. This could also be saying like the early stages of growth. Doesn't necessarily mean you're in lack or like, you know, you're gonna starve. It could just mean it's not where you want it yet. Just be patient. Just be patient. Yeah, look, Knight moving too quick. Look at the pipe, it's broke. You got the torch in your hand now. So yeah, this is like, let me out, is what I'm getting. Even how you yelling, let me out, you know. Look, queen of pipes. So queen of wands. Nurtured action, patient action, decisive action. Fire sign could be significant. I'm even thinking about, like, because this is clarifying that journey in reverse and how we just got this wands energy. You know how when you're out in the wilderness, you got to sit and like pick a good spot to build a fire. You got to collect the right wood. You got to start it. You have to cultivate, you know. You have to build a fire to stay warm. And it's one of the things of journey reverse. When you stuck somewhere, that's the first thing you do. When you get stranded somewhere, when you are somewhere that you don't want to be, and you realizing I can't go, you got to build a fire, man. If you're going to be spending time there, build a fire. Only way you're going to eat, only way you're going to stay warm. You're going to keep insects away from you. Even with this, right, you got the torch lit. If you have to move, you done broke the pipe, so it's like, you know, any threats that arise, build your fire. Just set up camp, bro. Get out your, you know. We clarify this matriarch, this queen of shields stuff, because that's like a mature offering. Woo, the devil, and he got a torch. Now, that don't mean bad. That don't mean bad. Yeah, could be saying slow down. Could be saying you got too much dip on your chip. You building that fire and it might not be. Let's clarify this. Because I'm even getting like now with some. That fire could be anger. Letting that anger fester up. The hermit. All right, let's talk about the fire traveling. He got a lantern. So it's like, but he's in the snow. Devil, the hermit. Stop trying, stop isolating yourself. Remember how we had that Empress and Emperor, you know, you had that assistance trying to move all quick because things ain't where you want them yet. Trying to make that quick action, that well thought out action. It's leading you somewhere you don't want to be. Or it has led you back somewhere and there's a need, and now you stuck. Now you know. You know? Or it's like a need to just chill out, bro. The hermit. You ain't stuck. Maybe that is what he's trying to. You're not stuck at all. It's a perception thing. You're telling yourself you're stuck because you can't just leave. You don't necessarily have to be stuck. You could just be being called to sit still. Being still and being stuck are not the same thing. They jumping, but they don't want to stay. Okay. Ace of Wands. Clarifying that Five of Pentacles. Yeah, plan is coming, bro. You got your way out, your way through. It's coming, bro. Just chill. Even like I said, how the Knight of Pipes, how his pipe was broken. Look, you see the tile on this one? The repair is coming, bro. Be patient. Don't run out there with no torch and study your pipe. You know where the torch come from? Yeah. You're in the wrong energy. You're in the wrong energy, bro. Make sure your fire is coming from a genuine place. Don't do too much. Relax. Relax. Look, captive. Yeah, 8 of Swords. They just sort of, it's a self-imposed prison. The way you telling yourself, man, you telling yourself you trapped. Chill out. That fast action just, it's like you're going in a cycle. You're going in loops. 30, 22 on the clock. You're going in loops. You keep doing too much, and it's just catching up to you, bro. I'm getting frustrated. I can tell these elders or whoever this assistance around you is getting mad. You're doing too much. Matriarch of vessels, clarifying the matriarch of pipes. So yeah, it's like Queen of Cups. Now that's tempering out your emotions. So maybe that's what needs to be addressed here. It's putting out that fire. Addressing that fire properly. I'm being told to just keep pulling. Clarify this devil. 5 of Cups in the Sun. If the 5 of Cups clarifying the devil, I can't show it because she's naked, but just the warrior woman. But ironically, she has a sword in her hand. 5 of Cups is crying over spilled milk. That coming after the Queen of Cups, though. Sun. I'm off the Hermit. So it went 15 to 5, and then 9 to 19. So 10 could be significant. You know, the restart of a cycle, like I said, even this, the cycle of time, like look at the time. Like he's telling her, look at the time. Like, look, you're in a rush. You're in a rush. That 5 of Cups is like, maybe you need to cry it out. You know, like she's crying over the spilled milk. This is that addressing of your intuition, of your feelings. Maybe you need to purge. You just accept. You sitting in this, you steady fighting it. Just accept, like, I took an L. And that's going to bring you to the light. It's going to bring you back to a fresh start. Think about time. Broke clock is right 2 times a day. No matter what. No matter what. The shaman. The shaman is the Hierophant. So that's the creator, you know. And that's coming off the sun. Remember, you had the little boy and girl right there. It's the shaman. It's the why, the wisdom. So the wisdom's coming. 4 of Cups, pregnancy. 4 of Cups, pregnancy. Growth. Growth from within. Inner growth. So it's coming. We had the Hierophant clarifying that Ace of Wands. Remember I said maybe that's the action. And then this 4 of Cups clarifying the captive. I want to make sure you're not pregnant with that inner turmoil from the 8 of Blades. So let's see. Seven of Wands. 7 of Wands. Counting coup. Heavy energy today. Showing bravery. Being willing to fight. Yeah, being willing to fight. Being willing to stand up. So maybe a higher power, God, your ancestors, your higher self even, is showing you your way out, and it starts within. This clarifying that intuition card, you know. Clarify this 5 of Cups, warrior woman. There we go. 10 of Pentacles. So there go that payoff. Remember we talked about that cultivation way back. And you was annoyed, you know, impatient because it's not growing like you want. Now you finally getting to a point where This could even be you. You was the hermit that became the shaman. So you finally are reaching that point after hitting your head a few times. That growth within is taking place. That bravery, remember, you was defiance in reverse. You was the Nine of Wands in reverse. You had given up. Nine of Wands reverse, Queen of Swords reverse. You had given up. I'm actually realizing, this deck's confusing. This is the Page of Swords, the maiden, not the matriarch. So this could be this could have been a lie. Maybe a lie. Yeah, I'm seeing it better now. But you got the truth. So you weren't caught. Maybe you went the wrong way. Just like I was misled just now. You could have got something mixed up. And it sent you through all this extraness. It could have been a misunderstanding. And it blocked you from your journey. But, you went through a bunch of unnecessary stuff, kept hitting your head, trying to do it confused. You're just confused. Now, getting that help. Here it comes. That harvest, clarify. Remember I said that purge. What I'm getting is that releasing of the cups, the dropping of the cups. The bearing, even the fact that she's naked, the warrior woman is naked. I'm getting bare, like to bear, bear your true self. Them tears, that purging that I said, that's what helped that 5 become the 10. It's in reverse. The 5 become the 10. I'm gonna get one more. Fool on the bottom of the deck. I'm gonna get one more, then I'm gonna wrap this up. But things seem to be turning around. Thought one jumped out. Yee. 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, 2 of Pentacles. Clarifying the sun. So you got the 2 of Wands reversed, the Trapper. Trapper in reverse. Okay, so what I'm getting from this, the Trapper is like, if you look at an animal, it's like, he killed it. Even the wands is like action. That being a reverse and that coming out with the Juggler. And if you look, the Juggler is growing. It's like the answer isn't outside of yourself. Like, we gotta eat. Some people eat animals, some people eat plants. So even this could be saying, with the harvest, it's like, do it yourself. Do it yourself. You got the wisdom now to do it yourself. You stood up for yourself. You're back. And that's what you wanted all along, right? Right? It was just you at the beginning. Look, even you see the plants there, the same way. And you found yourself at a point where it's like, damn, they still ain't growing. You got dumb discouraged, and you got some help. The elders or the ancestors or God, some form of guidance came in. And you still didn't want to listen. You still was trapped. Just moving too quick. Now that inner growth is finally kicking in, or will kick in. And when you get everything, when everything come in, again, it's just you to balance it out. It's you to determine how you want to eat, what you want to eat. And you ain't gonna have to be no trapper. This is like making a plan. Making a plan to take action. You ain't even gonna have to do that because you're gonna have it. You're already gonna have it. You're already gonna have everything you need. You're not gonna be in a position to have to figure nothing out. You're not gonna have to be in a position to kill, to take, to harm. And And we appreciate our animal brothers and sisters. We don't kill with malicious intent. That's not always the case. But if we are able to feed and nourish ourselves and they can continue to live, we don't have to take the gift of life from them to live ours. That is always the desired outcome. If it's not the season for us to call upon them for help, we don't have to. And that's what it's saying. You got this, it's the juggling act or the balancer. But even this, you see, he's juggling. What is that he got? Wow, he got like the yin and yang. He's juggling. So it's like the light side and the dark side. Even the sun and the moon. So, you found that balance. And you ain't gotta, it didn't take you harming nobody. You figured it out. I'm gonna get one more to close it out just to make sure I'm on point. What's this? Five of Swords, spiritualist. Higher self. You have spirits around you at this time. 5 is a change, a mental change. So, this shit might have changed your whole outlook on life. Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. When you got 5 with the shaman, that vision quest you set out on, it might have came with way more than what you were prepared to deal with. And now at this point, you got pretty much all the swords out here. So it's been a lot on your mental. I'm talking about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like it's 8. They're all out here. Lot of mental battles and energy. And, but you could be this spiritual. You could have a much higher understanding of what is going on than you previously did. Yeah, see, look, I said I was done. I'm going to get one more. No, we done. The world. Stand. End of the cycle. Yeah, look at the grapes. Grapes, this is like yeah, you got everything you need. Fruits of your labor. Fruits of your labor. You're getting like wine, heard it through the grapevine, Turtle Island, one with the land. The world got all 4 elements. You got the stars in the mix, 21. I said that with the spiritualist being the wrap-up cards. You could be learning more about your spiritual self. But you got everything you needed out of this. You made it super hard. Super hard. You might have been super stubborn or arrogant, one of the two. You didn't want to take that help. You took an L. You were supposed to take that L. But now you get it. What I would just say is be mindful of this. Just be, remember that part. This is important because it's also the 2 and the 2 inverted. So it's like they canceled each other out. You got 2 choices here. This is a decision to be made. You either when you get that 10 of Pentacles, that money, when that money come, you got choices. What kind of person are you going to be? Because, the trapper, like I said, there's a season, we don't do it with malicious intent. It's not that we don't, death is a part of life. We got to stay warm in the winter. We got to eat. But if we got crops, we got another way to do it that we earned. We don't have to take. We don't have to take, we earned. And that spiritualist is seeing it from a higher perspective. I'm not even getting 5 of Swords, deception. I'm not even getting that off of this. I'm getting remember I said we had 1, 2, 3, 4 swords. It's now you've reached this 5, which is the point of change. You see that spirit in and out. The ancestors over. I'm even seeing if those 5 swords was against you, being that spiritualist, look at the spirit got the 6th one. So it's fighting back. So it's your higher self, what's up then? They don't want the smoke, and you good. And boom, you got everything you need, bro. And because you didn't resort to the trapping and the killing, you remain one with nature. The mother is appreciative. You did it the right way. You closed out this cycle the right way. Yeah, so I'm gonna close out this video. I appreciate y'all watching. I hope that this was of benefit to y'all. Hope y'all enjoy. More on the way. Thank you.